I'm just gonna say it. It shouldn't exist.
Can you imagine living in a hotel apartment with 19?
Ghosts are probably real, and we know this because of
One of my biggest fears about Jin Z.
If they never asked for your side of the story, then the side that they heard is how they feel about you. Never explain yourself to people who are already dedicated to misunderstanding you.
Man, if they don't even have time to listen to your side of the story, they weren't worth telling the story in the first place. Come on now, find your real friends. Find the ones that are truly there to support and listen to you, and not just another NPC that's just gonna come and go in your timeline. Figure out your real friends. Welcome back, goons. You're watching Explore the Weird. Hey, how's it going? You looking for some friends? Hey, I can be your friend. Come on, tell me the things. Tell me all the things. I listen to all the stories. I am the most neutral person I know. I take no bias on most things unless I'm biased on it, which I will tell you I'm biased. Sorry. We have more creepy, weird, strange, disturbing, scary, all the things. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's go to the mountain. Yeah.
Good morning, y'all. Steve Baldwin here with a personal and private public service announcement. Most of the things that I learned that were lies about my Savior, I learned them from the church here in America. Important fact number one. Fact number two is, y'all are about to learn all of that from Washington. But what do I mean? Good luck out there. And God bless. Praying for all of y'all who don't know him or the indwelling of his true spirit.
Alright, I'm not here to change your religious views, but this guy has been doing a lot of videos like this. I'm not sure if he's like playing a character or if this is part of his persona. It definitely gives me creepy, weird vibes, like he knows the things, he's seen the things, and he's trying to warn us but not warn us. Like he's like ha 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 type thing, you know. It just hits me weirdly. It just doesn't seem right, you know. And doesn't he have a daughter that's like married to Justin Bieber, right? Yeah, I think this is the guy. What's going on here? What's going on here? Is everything okay? Is everyone gonna be fine? Washington's not gonna tell us anything. You stop it. You stop it.
Did you know that there's a study going on by the HeartMath Institute where they're measuring the Earth's magnetic field and its connection to human emotion? Through the subtle shifts in their data, they've been able to track that human emotion does indeed impact the magnetic field of the Earth. What this means is that if you're allowing yourself to be in a suffering state, you're actually impacting the entire Earth. And since we're all interconnected beings, connected to this planet, it's actually impacting everyone around you. So instead of complaining about the things that we don't like or focusing on the bad, all that we can do is become the love that we want to see in the world and reflect that outwardly. And because of studies like what the HeartMath Institute are doing, they've actually found that we can individually impact the collective and make a lasting difference. So if you're doing the healing work and taking care of your inner world, choosing positivity on a daily basis, you're literally changing the world. So thank you for what you're doing. Click the follow button. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, I guess this is a fair message. Hey, are you looking for love? Be the love that you're looking for. Hey, be the change that you want to see in the world. It's a thing. It's a thing.
To think we were actually impressed when this first came out in 2023. Extremely grainy and chaotic, with each clip only being like 2 seconds long. Not to mention the backgrounds, movements, and pretty much everything going on in the videos is just totally warped and doesn't visually make any sense. More of a bad trip than a realistic simulation, but it's a start. Then in 2024, we get a serious update. It's looking much better, full HD, and there's a sort of consistency in the video where things aren't just morphing in and out of shape anymore. You'll still notice some movements that are kind of creepy and jerky, or objects that just forget how they were supposed to be oriented. Overall, it still has a very uncanny type of feel to it. Like, we can obviously tell what we're looking at isn't real life, but now 2025 just brought it to a whole new level. Actually, no, this is a real video Will Smith took himself in 2024 as a parody to all the AI videos of him eating spaghetti. But it does give us a sort of control test of what we're working towards, because this is AI Will Smith eating spaghetti in 2025. The future is here. Huge improvements over 2024. At first glance, it almost looks 100% real. But if you look really close, you'll see a few unnatural movements and subtle transformations that just don't make much sense. But clearly, we're making great progress, and soon enough, we're going to be able to generate videos of anyone doing anything, and we're not even going to be able to tell whether they're real or AI. Hold up, should we be concerned?
Yo, one of those police officers in that AI video had their hand really close to Kamala's pants. Sorry. Yeah, the AI is getting much better. Soon it's going to be difficult to tell if what we're watching is in fact AI or just reality, and it's all going to mesh into one, and soon you won't even be able to tell, hey, are you living in that AI world? You stop it, come back to reality. We're still here.
I'm just gonna say it. It shouldn't exist. This place shouldn't be here. Machu Picchu isn't even the only city in the area that's 8,000 feet high. Yana Picchu is even higher. Before we try and explain how they got the rock to do that, you gotta explain why it was a priority to put doorways that go nowhere in the temple. This rock right here is what really gets me though. How do you get that up there? How did they know the same techniques as another culture across the globe? Why is the older stuff more advanced than the newer stuff? I don't see iPhones getting worse. I wouldn't know how to get water up here, but their fountains still work. We only know how they did it because we 3D scanned it. Not only did they know how to get it up there, they delivered it to the citizens via art. No one gives these guys enough credit. They thought these were for food or like grain, grinding grain up. They fill up with water one day and someone notices the angle at which they reflect. Built them to observe sections of the sky during specific times of the year through the windows of the surrounding building. And then we realize the whole place is aligned to the sky, celestial events. Here's the deal. When someone comes in and takes all your stuff, then enslaves your people, they get to write your story and make your people look like idiots. South America, Africa, India. Strange that they all have some form of this guy. But all of them just so happen to have the most unexplainable stuff. Utterly unsatisfactory explanations for what it was. All of which make the natives look inferior. Tell you what doesn't lie. A big old rock.
Man, so what does that mean? The ancient civilizations were taken over by some other civilization that then rewrote their things and took everything from them, so we will never figure out the true ancient tech and the true power that they had, that we can never re-engineer what they once created? No, this was all wrong. Why do we do this? Damn it. Who started this blunder? Who started taking all the villages and stuff? Damn it. Who was it? Genghis Khan? Who was it? That Mongolian people that just... Sorry, I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't know why we started this. Why?
Netflix just finessed all of us. You thought we were winning with paying less and getting all the shows you wanted rather than paying for satellite TV. But they played us. When Netflix first came out, it was the dream. Cheap, no ads, and all your favorite shows in one place. So everyone ditched satellite and cable TV for all these streaming services. But look around. It's all the same thing now. You've got Netflix increasing prices after record profits, Hulu, Disney Plus, and even HBO Max, just to name a few of the streaming services. But guess what you have to do to get all the shows you want? You have to subscribe to multiple streaming services. The average person subscribes to 3.6, and this is exactly what satellite TV was trying to fix decades ago. Oh, and let's not forget, ads are back. Wasn't that the value out of leaving traditional TV in the first place? This whole streaming revolution was a way to fool us into thinking we were saving money, but now we're on track to pay the same, if not more than ever. It's satellite TV all over again, just in disguise. They killed cable to bring back cable 2.0. But here's the kicker. Netflix is raising prices after record profits. I know a lot of people love Netflix, but at what cost? With the rise of live sports leaving traditional TV like the NFL, boxing matches, and even the WWE, the subscription price is only going to increase going forward. So yes, the price is still under $25, but that'll be the cheapest it'll ever be.
Yeah, I feel like it's only going to keep inflating, and every year over year, every time those investors ask for more money, they're going to keep increasing their monthly prices, and soon we're going to be paying $100 a month, and we won't even look at it any weirdly. It's like, that's cheap. No, it's not. No, it's not, bro. You're spending 3.6 streaming service. 3.6 streaming services, the average. The average household has 3.6. So there's people do even more. Let's say that you're paying 10, maybe $20 a month for each service. You're already paying quite a lot. Yeah, 80, 60, 100. Like, you getting close. You might as well switch back to cable at that point. What you getting this from the streaming service? You're getting the same ads. Getting the same ads. They ain't changing the ads. You stop it. You think just because you're watching it on Netflix, you get a different ad? You stop it. You stop it.
Can you imagine living in a hotel apartment with 19,000 other residents? Can you imagine living in an apartment where it's damn near like a whole community where you never have to go outside for nothing? Well, in China, it's a dystopian neighborhood / apartment just like that with 20,000 residents in it where they never have to leave. Check this out.
22,000 people are currently living in this dystopian apartment complex in China. And the most insane part has to be that they have an entire economy inside of there. The apartment has supermarkets, offices, hospitals, schools, and even a police station, which has made many people decide that they don't want to leave ever again. It is proof that we have a housing problem worldwide, but the rent is only $350 a month. So what do you think?
Fuck that. I need Mother Nature. I need some type of earth. Yeah, no. I ain't with that.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to work, but at the same time, I step back, and I'm like, this is exactly how all smart cities work. You ain't gonna ever have to leave the city. Everything's right there. Hospital, grocery, all your visits that you want to do, yoga, whatever you want. With playgrounds, we got everything right here in this encompassed area. Don't go anywhere else. Just stay right here where we can watch it. Sir, well, goons, hey. Guess what? I recently found out that I'm doing it wrong. Hey, YouTube says I shouldn't be asking you for interaction. I should be making videos that make you want to interact. So, hey, if you made it to this point, do you like what type of content we put out on this channel? Can you do us a favor and interact with this video so other like-minded goons like you can also find these videos just like other goons did before you and you found these videos? We're trying to find more goons and grow in the YouTube algorithm. So I hope my content's nice. I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you are, please show us that support, interact with the video. All right, let's keep it going.
No, that can't be, because that messes with my reality, right? Let me give you a little bit more reality. I'm going to turn the comments off because people are not listening. I'm going to turn the comments off, but before I do, I just want to show this to you. Like I said, my name is Allison Leilani Carter. My mother's name is Shelly Carter, okay? And so many people have seen us pulled over by Brotherhood police officers, and we handed them this ID. Right?
Wait, what? Wait, did I miss something here? Why is this the only segment that you took out of this? What is this? So she gets pulled over and they ask her for ID and she shows 2 IDs and gives her only 1? And I'm so confused. Why do you have 2 IDs? What's going on here? But I do know that you're telling us the things. Keep telling us the things.
Some things that I will never do because of the job that I have. I will never ride an amusement park ride like at a county fair or some janky little, street fair. Never. I will never ride a motorcycle with or without a helmet. I may have when I was younger, but I was young and dumb. I will never throw a baby up in the air. If my car ever breaks down on the highway or the turnpike, I will never stay in that car. I will never take Benadryl again. If cars in front of me slam on their brakes, you better believe I'm looking in my rearview mirror to make sure there's not an 18-wheeler coming at me. And I'll do everything in my power not to slam into the car in front of me. Knowing what I know now, I would never let a child play football, tackle football, under the age of 14. I will never get groceries without strapping them down in the back of my SUV. Jet skis, absolutely not. I will never put 2 children in one seatbelt, ever. Trampolines are a big no-no. If I am at an intersection and the light turns green, I will never just gas it. I will always look left, right, left. I will never ride in a car that does not have airbags. I will never do, at least I think I'll never do, but my heart tells me it might be hard not to do this, is be a good Samaritan. So if I'm driving and I see that another car has broken down on the side of the highway or on the turnpike, there's been a wreck, the worst thing you could do is get out of your car to help them. I know that sounds horrible, but the number of deadly accidents that have occurred because someone has gone to be a good Samaritan and then they get hit by a semi truck or another vehicle is insane how many times it happens. And last, if it looks like it might thunderstorm, I'm out of there. Absolutely not to lightning. Absolutely not.
Wait, what does the lightning do to the brain that you're just like, nah, nowhere there's lightning? So you just don't like travel when it's lightning? Just stay indoors and cooped up in your house? Actually, stay home, stay safe is a thing. Maybe that's fine. I liked all these things that this lady shared with us. My favorite one that I've been getting a lot in this algorithm is, hey, don't just gun it. As soon as the light turns green, wait, pause for a few seconds before you go. Because trust me, a lot of these people that make these types of content, even like morgue directors come out and they do mention those traffic laws are one of the things that are, that is out of the norm, and people come in that are young into these morgues for that reason. So don't just book it when it turns green. Take some time, figure it out before you pass.
Ghosts are probably real, and we know this because of one very specific thing that keeps happening to people who get into car crashes. I'm Kaylin, I host the Heart Starts Pounding podcast, and I get a lot of ghost stories from listeners. But there is one specific type of ghost story I get the most, and it's always from people who don't believe in ghosts at all. And it specifically happens to people who get into car crashes. I've gotten hundreds of these kinds of stories, and they always go like this. So a person will get into a car crash and then be in really bad shape afterwards. And then out of nowhere, someone will appear to them. Sometimes it's an EMT or someone saying they're an EMT, but a lot of times it's like the person's grandmother that died or another family member that passed away. That person will tell the person that got in the car crash what to do to survive and will oftentimes tell them that they're not going to die. And when this happens, no one else at the scene will have any idea what the person's talking about. The EMTs will have not seen this person. Eyewitnesses will have not seen this person, yet the person who got into the accident swears that someone showed up and gave them advice. And the craziest thing is this has been happening for all of human history. It's called the third man syndrome, and I actually did an episode on it. But even in the time before cars, it seemed like people who got themselves into life and death situations reported seeing someone come to them, usually a loved one that passed on. If you want to hear more, I have a lot of listener stories episodes, which contain a lot of these kinds of stories because, like I said, it's the most common ghost story I get. But yeah, let me know in the comments if this happened to you, and you can always check out my website to send your story in, and it could end up on the podcast.
Man, I am a 100% believer on the third man syndrome because I have watched videos and read stories and watched movies about even like people that are in these survival situations where it's life and death, and they have those NDEs, those near-death experiences, and they're like, hey, someone told me everything's gonna be all right. There was something that told me everything's going to be fine, and they all seem to say that there was someone that helped them in that survival. So I do believe when we're at our worst and it's literally life and death, our brain does help, our body does help, and we do get that connection with that other realm if we need that help.
One of my biggest fears about Gen Z is right here. Specifically, I worry that it is just a matter of time until Gen Z collectively discovers the show Nip Tuck. That was a show that ran from 2003 to 2010, so it basically left the air right as video social media started to take over. And if the kids today go find old episodes of the show on Hulu and elsewhere, I worry that it is going to hit like the meteor hit the dinosaurs. Now, the premise of the show is just that it's a couple of plastic surgeons running a business in Miami. But the context is this show launched on the new basic cable network FX. And around that time, FX decided they wanted to rebrand themselves as the edgiest content you could find on TV. This was the exact same era that gave us It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But Nip Tuck was not just an experiment to see what exactly you could get away with on basic cable. The creator, Ryan Murphy, seemed to be trying to figure out what you could get away with in society. It's like they sat down and made a comprehensive list of everything you're not allowed to show or talk about in polite society and rendered it in beautiful extreme detail. They would flash those content warnings at the start of every episode, and it was all of them. You would get extreme close-ups of the surgeries being performed, and in general, every time an episode of this dropped, we would come into the office the next day and people would just be quoting parts of the episode to each other. Seriously, there are lines from this show that have stuck in my brain for the last 15 or 20 years, and I can't even repeat them here. Likewise, there are lots of articles listing some of the craziest plot lines on the show, but again, I don't even know how to describe them. TikTok is so crazy with how it filters words that I think the best I can give you is Christian performs plastic surgery on an ape to help her chances of reproducing. Bradley Cooper shows up as an actor who breaks his neck trying to perform an act on himself. I am not saying Nip Tuck was a good show. Critics definitely were not thrilled with it at the time. What I will say is it is very hard to look away from, and I don't necessarily mean that in a good way. There's 100 episodes of it out there, but really, maybe we should just leave it alone.
Bro, you're telling me not to watch the thing, but the way you're describing it, I'm like, why don't you just watch Corn or something? Why are you watching Nip Tuck? Like, what satisfaction are you getting watching this thing? Oh boy, I mean, I had shows like this where people talked about it, but for me it was like House, Grey's Anatomy, like some Lost, but I never wanted to watch Nip Tuck or anything, but maybe I was too young. Maybe I wasn't supposed to watch. All right, very, very interesting. I feel like only time will tell, but I feel like everything's going to be fine. People are probably just moved on to other videos. Even if they look at the older ones, they're probably not going to get hooked, but you should watch the older ones. Big fan of Lost. Watch Lost.
Now, Spirit, what are you doing? Oh my God, bitch, we're thinking about enforcing a dress code. Bitch, he had the audacity to be talking about a dress code on a Spirit flight. Hey, shut up. I am tired of people coming on my planes, toes out and tits out. And I'm not just talking about the women.
Darling, no disrespect, but you are Spirit Airlines. You are a step below Soul Plane.
Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, my God. Yeah, whatever, JetBlue. We ain't never had no people dead in our plane.
Those were stowaways. Either get on the plane or heaven be thy name.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Spirit, you can't set bougie standards and be the laughing stock of the airport community. Oh, come on, eh? Maybe Spirit is trying to change their ways. Nah, we'd still be on some hood shit, taking off on the tarmac on 10s. Oh, well, we tried. Anybody want to watch Soul Plane? Soul Plane, Soul Plane. Ha ha. Less money, more go. That is not your slogan, bitch! Bitch, I'm back in New York, April 10th. Get your tickets today, bitch! And catch me in Naples, Florida, April 30th. Link is in the bio.
Man, this guy is hilarious. I like this. So Spirit Airlines, you stop your things. My only interaction with Spirit was once where I paid for all the things. I paid for them to take my luggage. I paid for an assigned seat. I wanted the extended legroom. By the end of it, I ended up paying more than if I just took a flight from Delta or Southwest or any of the other ones. And I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? In Delta, they at least give you the first bag check-in free. Oh, boy. All right, very interesting. Only a few of you guys are going to understand the airliner jokes here, but we have a problem. We have many problems. Have you ever heard of Boeing? Don't come after me.
I can't be the only one who didn't understand why animals could drink from dirty water and not get sick. And the answer is twofold. And that is, our society is way too paranoid about water. No, I'm not saying drink dirty water, shut up. What I am saying, and there's a quote I like, and it goes, that American water is the cleanest water in the world, and none of it is fit to drink. No, you do not want to get sick from drinking unclean water. Diarrhea sucks. However, let's take two people. One who's been drinking stream water for a really long time. The second has only ever drunk city purified water. And let's say that this stream is infected with Giardia. The person who has only ever drunken city water is 100% going to get sick. Whereas the other person is most likely not going to get sick. This is how antibodies work. Could they still get sick? Yes, absolutely. In fact, that's the second part. Animals who drink dirty water do get sick. It's not super common, but they do get sick. And in fact, they can die. Dirty water can be very deadly. So if you're ever in a survival situation, if at all possible, make sure to boil your water. However, it's not as big of a threat as most people think.
Bro, I'm still gonna boil the water and probably use the life straw. Got one of those in my go bag now. It's a thing. Doomsday prepping. Do it. Man, I'm getting more and more of these like car-sized drones that are taking off, and this literally is happening. So if it's happening in China, it's probably happening here too, and that's probably why they got the fog. They don't want to see who's actually traveling up there in the drones from one area to another, so that way they don't have to sell it to us, and they can just reap the benefits of that tech and never release it to us. But it's like it's already there in China. Must be here too. Is that what's happening in New Jersey? Sorry, don't come after me. I'm just trying to figure it out. But I kind of like this. And this isn't even a Stu Cookie video. This is just right from my For You page. Wow.
This artist finds cracks in pavements all over the world and mends it with a little PVC scar. These are by Kenichiro Taniguchi, and he calls these works hakomi, which in Japanese means crack, and his work aims to change the negative connotation of something that's broken into something that's positive. It's not broken anymore, it's just changed. And now it happens to be bright and yellow and cheerful. This idea is similar to kintsugi, which is a Japanese art form, where cracks in ceramics are highlighted with gold instead of hidden. To create these works, he first finds a crack, and then he traces the crack onto transparent film, and then perfectly cuts it out on yellow PVC. And he places them all over the world, Spain, Germany, Russia. But they don't just sit here. He puts them down, enjoys them, and he takes them back into his studio, where he then adds hinges, and then they turn into sculpture.
Wait, what? I mean, at first I was like, yo, dude, this guy's like repairing all the cracks, and you know, that's kind of nice. That's kind of neat. Now my neighbors that are handy accessible can go through the sidewalks without hitting those cracks and potholes and breaking all their things. Then he removes them and he puts folds in them, and that's what makes them as sculptures. Ah, man, now everything's out the door. I was like, oh man, this guy's doing the things, but he's just making money. That's fine.
Do I really care about people's health, or do I just want cheaper groceries? Is it really going to matter if groceries are cheaper, if they're all filled with Listeria and E. coli? Do I really understand science, or do I just think Brownwick is healthy because my favorite influencer hasn't gotten sick yet? Are getting rid of food dyes, pesticides, and GMOs really what we need to make America healthy again? Or is it that we need to look at the social determinants of health? Lessen food deserts, make nutrient-dense food more accessible, and stop demonizing every single food so we can't eat anything without it being bad?
Do the positive affirmations, bless your food, do all the things. Yeah, it's a battle. It's always a battle when it comes to food. Oh boy. Oh boy.
He regrets nothing. Says he has one regret in life. Okay, but do we believe him? Bill Gates has opened up about his life, and he said that his biggest regret is getting a divorce from his wife. Or does he regret getting caught? Because I don't think that he divorced her. Probably just regrets all the billions of dollars he had to give her in the divorce. This sounds strange and disrespectful considering he has a whole new girlfriend. Bill's been keeping himself busy. He's been picking up the widows of other wealthy men. Men always want to come back once they realize there's nothing in the streets. Do we believe him?
Man, even though he got the divorce, he still ends up being one of the richest men, and now his ex-wife has entered that list as well. And Bezos also did something similar, and then they get new girlfriends, and it's like, here comes a whole new repeat. Hopefully he doesn't try and get married again like Bezos is trying. All right, very, very interesting, Bill. What is this giving you? Where do we go from here? We know you were on the diddler list. We know you went over there and you part. Sorry, I'm just trying to. He's been on many planes as well. Yeah, he's on all the flight logs.
What the hell is going on? Why did I just see a video in regards to the shooter, the United Healthcare shooter? This girl was saying that a week from now, he was supposed to be testifying in insider trading to put Nancy Pelosi in jail. I am not saying that is true. I have no idea. This is the first time I'm hearing it. Now, would I be surprised? No, but I really need you guys to do me a favor. Is this true? Is this the reason why he wasn't afraid at all? Was it a perfect setup? And they'll talk about it all over the news, but he'll never be found. It's so clean. And then the monopoly money found in the backpack. Like what? I'm processing this while I'm making this video. And if you haven't heard, they found his backpack, and in the backpack, there was monopoly money. We all know Nancy Pelosi's documented income is about $150,000 a year, but the woman's worth millions of dollars. So again, I would not be surprised, but I cannot confirm that that's true. I'm going to look into it, but if any of you guys know, can you please tell me so I know what's going on? This is ridiculous.
Yo, we know more about Luigi than anything else. Nah, this is not true. I mean, come on now. If it was true, he would already be in the court systems and we had to dig the information out. Oh, wait, no. They just kind of told us everything they knew about him. They're like, here's all the things. Like, damn it, we know more about him than the shooter that actually hit Trump in the ear. Sorry. Okay, very interesting. Don't come after me. We're gonna do one more.
This is what I'm really interested in. William Shakespeare once wrote to his wife, "Life is too short to only love you in one. I promise to look for you in the next." William Shakespeare's wife is named Anne Hathaway. Now, this is the actress Anne Hathaway and her husband Adam Shulman. So the playwright William Shakespeare, and she is an actress. This is the playwright William Shakespeare. This is the actress's husband. Guys, what if he found her? The more photos you look at, the more you'll truly realize that their resemblance is uncanny. Like, this man really looks like William Shakespeare. And what are the odds that her name is Anne Hathaway? Not only does she look like William Shakespeare's wife, Anne Hathaway, but they are both married. Shakespeare also said that Anne would be the famous one in the next life. Like, this is the type of history that I want to learn, and I really wonder if they talk about this. I feel like if this was me and my boyfriend, we would never shut up about it. Like, there's a picture online of some, like, emo-looking girl and Shaggy, and people always send it to both of us, and we never shut up about that. Come over here for more content.
Wait, so what happens? You and your boyfriend just talk about how you guys look like Shaggy and that person? I don't understand. Like, why aren't you shutting up about it? I mean, cool. I look like this lookalike. Doppelganger. Cool. I mean, I'm not going to talk about it for 24/7 be like, damn, this is the greatest. I don't know. I'm not having this type of relationship, situationship type thing where I get amused by people that look like us or anything. But interesting. I guess at that time, all right, sorry. So William Shakespeare is actually real now. Why does Anne Hathaway's husband kind of look like a Matthew McConaughey or like a Ryan Gosling type person? Like, oh man, it looks like that same avatar was used yet again, new features, but same body. All right, very interesting. Anne Hathaway, you ever gonna tell us the truth? Is this you living forever? You figured out the things? You drinking that Bridge to Terabithia water? What's happening? How you doing the things? Are you eating babies? What's really happening? What are you doing? And then we have AI taking credit for Shakespeare as if Shakespeare never existed and it was just a collection of authors put together. And then AI was like, I wrote all of Shakespeare, and it's a thing that it took credit for. It happened. Well, goons, guess what? You made it to the end. I'm still stuck here spiraling. I'm going to be looking into this Anne Hathaway William Shakespeare thing and see where else they have originated, because this can't be the only life that we have documented. They must have existed in other timelines as well, and see if we find other people that look just like them, and then we won't shut about it. No, I'm not shutting up about it. Oh my God, I'm literally spiraling. Damn it. All right, listen, you let me spiral. You keep interacting and watching the videos. There should be videos on the screen now. Click on either one of them. Continue the Goon Fix. The one in the middle, you can subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.